Hi everyone, Spencer Doman here. I wanted to talk to you today about one of the most prevalent myths that exists out there in parenting. And this is something that is constantly told to parents, especially by professionals, sometimes teachers or therapists, if the child has special needs. And maybe you've even heard it before because you've been told it. This is the dangerous myth. Okay. Parents are told that if they speak to their child in more than one language, right? Like if it's a bilingual household and multiple languages are spoken at home, parents are often told, don't speak to your child in more than one language because it will confuse your child, right? Your child will be confused by these multiple languages being spoken in the household, and even worse, it might hurt your child's, cognitive abilities. It might affect your child's understanding or ability to speak. It might delay their speech. And I hear this from parents all over the world. And actually, this idea, although it's very prevalent, if you think about it, it's almost laughable. Okay, because why is it laughable? There are cultures all around the world, countries all around the world, where it is not special, it is average to speak multiple languages, right? For a child who grows up in Switzerland today, right, who's born in Switzerland today, it is average for that child to speak English, German, French, maybe even Italian, right? 3, 4 languages, that's average in a country like Switzerland. In parts of India, very common for a child to grow up speaking 3, 4 languages. Again, that's not special. In many areas, that's expected, right? If you were to just speak one language, you might be the abnormal one there. So, first of all, how this idea came up, that children will be confused by multiple languages, is apparently wrong, right? Just by looking at different countries. This myth tends to be very prevalent in countries or cultures where just one language is spoken, right? And often you'll find that the people who are telling this to parents, the professionals, often they only speak one language themselves, right? Because someone who grew up learning multiple languages wouldn't spread such a silly idea. By the way, there have been studies done, very extensive longitudinal studies done about child development, which studied and compared children that grew up in multilingual households compared to children that grew up only hearing one language at home. And by the way, those studies showed only things to gain for children that grew up in multilingual households. Okay, so those children showed, certain, benefits compared to a normal population, let's say, or average population, in terms of their cognitive abilities, in scoring in tests, in speech and vocabulary. So how this idea rose, I'm not really sure, okay, because there's absolutely nothing scientific to back it up. And there's really nothing anecdotal to back it up either, because, again, many people grow up speaking multiple languages, and it's nothing special. And by the way, we see children all the time. If you think about it, at least here in the United States, parents are often told just speak one language to your child. But for any family who's an immigrant family, right, those children are learning both the language that's spoken at home and English, speak both fluently without any issue. Anyway, if anyone is telling this to you, if you're being told only speak to your child in one language because otherwise your child will be confused and it'll affect them forever, please tune that out. It is absurd. And by the way, I said at the beginning of the video, it would be laughable, right? It's almost funny when you think about it. The reason why it isn't funny is that many children only grow up learning one language when they could grow up learning multiple languages because parents are scared into this idea of only speaking one language to their child. Okay, so please don't be scared. don't be worried. I'm interested if you as parents have ever heard this before. So if you wouldn't mind, just comment below on the video. And tell me if you've been told this before, and also tell me where you're from, because I'm interested in hearing, where, where parents are being told this myth, and also if this myth isn't, common in your country, I'd like to know that as well. Okay, everyone, it was nice speaking to you. I'm signing off. Look forward to talking to you soon.